Watch that old fire as it flickers and dies. The once blessed the household and lit up our lives. It shone for the friends and the clinking of glasses. I'll tend to the flame, you can worship the ashes. Capture the wild things and bring them in line, and own what was never your right to confine. The lives and the loves and the songs are what matters. I'll tend to the flame, you can worship the ashes. Do you feel heavy, your eyes drop with grief? Your spirit is wild and your suffering is brief. So never you buckle and bend to the masses. I'll tend to the flame, you can worship the ashes. Get round a fire with a glass of strong ale, and tell us a story from beyond the pale. Bury some seeds and expect some strong branches. I'll tend to the flame, you can worship the ashes. Now show me a man that can meet all his needs. For what we need most now is unity's seed. A common old song for all creeds and all classes. I'll tend to the flame, you can worship the ashes. I'll tend to the flame. What will we do when the world it is ending, and time it is halted for friend and for foe? Try to hold on to the time as it passes. I'll tend to the flame, you can worship the ashes. I'll tend to the flame, you can worship the ashes. I'll tend to the flame, you can worship the ashes.
stretch of I-20 through the northern part of Alabama on the way to my part of the world. And he was like, I'm gonna die. It's so boring, I'm gonna die.
Literally, you could be on the highway and look straight ahead, and you see the road going over the horizon. No hills. It's like wrong. It's so wrong. So trees, just no.
Hey, at least there were trees.
There were trees. And,
There's parts of Texas and Kansas and Oklahoma that are flat like that and no trees.
I'm not going there. I am not going there. There is no way. No. I did a stint up in Indianapolis. And that part of it is, as they explain it, that's where the ice age, last ice age, had ended there, and it basically pressed down all the mountains. The land rises in Indianapolis like an inch a year, and I'm not kidding. It's that much. So yeah, it's amazing.
You've got a couple of comments there.
You have the better food. Yeah, indeed.
I'd say go get some food. That would be my suggestion, Lord Decker.
Yeah, Lori, get some food.
Go get yourself to the 24/7 and get some food.
Yeah, we'll be here. We've got a long stream. No, I'm not going to say that because I usually say it's going to be a short stream and it ends up long. We have a decent sized stream. We'll be here a couple, 3 hours. Yoladra had given us the strawberry pie recipe. I'm worried because it needs 4 hours to set. I'm worried, and I'm not worried because I'll probably be here 4 hours for this dish. Anyway, so it'll be cool.
And Gerngat said you probably have, your brothers may be in better shape, but you probably have better food.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
That's fair. My oldest brother, and I'm going to do videos of the rides because I had taken my 3D camera, and yes, I'm the geek who runs around with the camera on his handlebars, through Washington, D.C. when they closed all the roads, through the Philly ride where they closed all the roads, and the one through the Brandywine River Valley, which is some of the most scenic landscapes in Chester County, which is the county I grew up in. So I figured that's a wintertime project, and I'll get better with making videos for this stuff. So it'll be fun. It's a couple, 3 hours or 6. Indeed. Yes, and Garget, my brother Dave is a vegetarian, so, well, that's questionable.
This week?
He claims to be a vegetarian, but then he stays around for salmon dinners, and it's just... It's great to see him. I had a good time visiting him. My middle brother...
a vegan of convenience.
Yeah, and that's cool. He's flexible. I think his wife is more the cook, but he made spaghetti. It was actually really, really good. He smokes meats and does a lot on the grill, which he has a nice smoker. It's electric. I think it's an electric-powered smoker, but it just is awesome. So yeah, we're all into food, but I think it's like on the top. Figured out hippie speak. Oh God. Thank you.
So get moving on that pie.
Yes, ma'am. Pie. We start with a bowl.
Speaking of vegans, an egg salad is really just chicken salad if you think about it. Cheer 100.
Bleed Blue, thank you very much for the 100 bits. We have our camera campaign going on. If you can't do it, it's fine. Just this thing is held together with tape and fun stuff like that. But thank you very much. That'll go a long way with that. I'm getting a bowl to get it dirty.
Yep.
Ooh. And this morning I made some
Espresso.
Espresso. No, cappuccino. Cappuccino. Because we had the frothed milk. And so I was hyper this morning. And I go over there and I smell the espresso stuff off of the machine over there. So awesome. Oh, 4 bowl. That's okay. Let's just do the reset. Good. Okay. We're going to start with the pie, which graham cracker crust. Oh no, my app is not working. Fastest pie dough: 4 eggs, cup of sugar, tablespoon flakes. Oh, right. Doing pies like that. Yeah, sort of a custard. 3 of the... I do not do that yet. Wait till I retire. Now I have a block of butter out here somewhere. Bake, start. I'm going to start with the graham cracker crust. Most people can buy this, and we probably could as well, but we had lots of graham crackers, so I figured we'd make our own. Cobbler. Our cobblers are a little bit more biscuit-like, I think. He only had like a tablespoon of flour. At least that's my take.
That's what he had.
But it's more biscuit-like and less. He has less flour than I would expect in a cobbler.
Oh, maybe, but to me, cobbler is when you just sort of mix up a liquidy flour dough and pour it on top of the fruit. That, to me, that's cobbler, versus making a bottom crust and a top crust and a filling.
Yeah, I agree. That in that I agree. Yes, I'm weighing it.
Sprite pie. Water pie. I don't know what a water pie is. But I've heard of making a pie filling with Sprite soda.
I'm curious.
I think I have a recipe from my sister.
Why do you have a spray bottle of
Sprite
McGuire's
pie.
famous car wax next to the sink? What kitchen secrets aren't you sharing? Cheer 100.
Thank you again, Bleed Blue. McGuire's. This?
That's not. It's granite cleaner.
Don't take it for granted. Huh. Sorry. No,
I was afraid you had me going. I was afraid. I forgot to put I had a spray bottle of leather cleaner out to clean Hippie's truck before he got home, because we might have had cheese spray from carrying the dogs to the kennel all over the console, just maybe. And I thought, oh no, I've left it out. But no, that was the granite cleaner.
But thank you very much for that. I do appreciate it. Dad joke. Let's see who won this one. What do you call a factory that makes okay products? It's that. I call Fly Without Wings. But Master Splits, welcome in. Good to see you. Saw you hanging out with, was that dinner with Mom? So yeah, glad you could join us here today. We're having some good food. Knife. Thinking of rotating our knives out. Going to take Garnget's advice and go get them sharpened by a pro just to see how they are. Graham cracker crust. 6 tablespoons. You're not going to help me with this, are you? Let's use the other butter. Camera down.
look okay to me.
It's alive again. Huh. All right. Like I said, camera needs help. And to be fair, it has been steamed, it has been roasted, and the plastic just gave out. And I think the innards are giving out. The puns never stop. Yoladre, yes, you are late. Go to the corner. No. Welcome in. We're starting with your pie. So let's get this going here. Yoladre actually gave the recipe on our website, our Discord site, sorry. It is linked onto our... I've got a menu site that I keep, or a recipe site I keep all these. We just got over 100 there. And I saw Ginger Tea had subscribed, and she has been a member for 14 months straight. I've been doing this a while. Doesn't feel like it. Still make the noob mistakes. Yes. And welcome in, Yoladra. I'm glad you could join us today. Oh, that's what you're talking about.
It's still, oh, it just frizzed out again.
Yeah.
I didn't see it the first time. By the time I looked up, it was back. It's gone black again.
No, you see, it's frozen. Now it's good.
Mm-hmm.
If it's going to flip out too many times, we'll get rid of the distraction. I do like our background camera. It's very nice to have something like that. Lady Wayfair did the arrangement again, so thank you for that, my love.
You're welcome. You started it. You put the pumpkin out.
That pumpkin, or this pumpkin, will be our pumpkin gnocchi pumpkin.
We bought 2 today.
Yes.
Although I think one's going to Ginger Tea.
Yes, Ginger Tea will get one.
And we're gonna make pumpkin butter and pumpkin gnocchis and maybe some other pumpkin things.
Yes, pumpkin dog treats.
Pumpkin what?
Dog treats.
Oh, dog treats. Okay.
No, not yet.
I found some other recipes for pumpkin today too when I was looking for ginger snap recipes.
All right.
Yeah, we probably need to reboot our router. That's what I'm guessing it is, but we'll see. We can use the rule of baseball. 3 strikes in a row and you're out.
Yeah. Did I use... It continues to leg out. If you haven't had pumpkin, it is similar, but more... a different flavor than a... not an acorn squash. What do they call it? Oh, not water chestnuts. Butternut squash. If you've had that, not too many others come close to it in terms of flavor. Okay, so we have our butter, and I'm going to pace back and forth a couple more times.
Oh, please.
Get my steps that way. And they say about 1.5 cups, 12 full sheets. Okay, that's a bit more than I usually do. Oh, Pops Cockles, welcome in as well. Glad you could join us. And Pops, I've been dropping in on his streams when I've been able to catch him. A couple times when I was riding my bicycle around. And calm games, very chill. Love it. He was doing, it was not Globe Defender, I forget what the name was. But this week I've been out of touch with reality. Fits me so well. All right, so 12 sheets is what they call for. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 3 more. And I used to be as persnickety about which brand store brand works. Most of the flavor comes from the top. topic. Hunger overwhelmed my laziness. Remember me. Remember. Ooh. Safe journeys. Have a good quest there, sir.
Yep, good luck on your mission.
Yes.
We support missions for food.
We used to, I don't know. I think we did a lot of, when we were doing EverQuest, we had a lot of quests, of course. EverQuest. And kind of carried over into real life talking about questing. Lady Wayfarer is the coronation. Rack of lamb with wild mushrooms.
Yes, Gilladre, he's making his own crust.
Yes. That felt good. Honestly, Yoladre, I'm so used to not trusting grocery stores, especially with things like this, to not do cornstarch in a crust that I just started making our own. Ooh, I was too effective there. And if you joined us for our cheesecake making, it's basically the same recipe. Six tablespoons. Even kept the right pan.
It's very easy to make these crusts.
Yeah. Graham cracker crust. Actually, a lot of them are easy if you do that enough. And I know over the year plus that I've been streaming, I've made a lot of pies, both savory and sweet. So it's much easier for me now than when I started. But when I say it's simple to make a crust, as long as you give yourself permission not to succeed, i.e. fail, it's fun. Okay, and you don't necessarily have to bake this, but if you do bake it, we put sugar in this. The sugar blends with the crumb and the butter and makes it hold together more, which I really want out of this. So we're going to go ahead and bake this. Yeah. Rack of lamb is not so difficult, especially in the springtime here. But you have to go to the right stores. And I'm sure everyone has something like that. Actually, I think I have better luck out in Tennessee, because a lot of the farms that are out there raise their own meat. And I'm just so stoked to live there. All right. That's our crumb. All right. Sorry, bud. Would you restart the phone?
Sure.
I used to, when I worked at Ship In, I used to make a rack of lamb.
You've got a question about noodles.
Ooh. Noodles.
Noodles.
Oh, I think you were last weekend when we did our challenge, 400 follower challenge. I made it out of all-purpose flour. Usually I would do it with semolina, but when I start doing egg noodle, all-purpose works. It was a little bit softer. But yeah, I love making my own pasta. Caramel sauce, very similar to making there. Arrowroot biscuits. That is a good substitute. Digestive biscuits, which is more a European thing. Vanilla wafers you can use. Ginger snap, not garlic snaps you can use. Any sort of cookie. Thank you, ginger tea. Can be used to make the crust. I've even done chocolate cookies. And wasn't it, Garnett, you gave us a recipe for that log. I forget what it was called. But those bars, we still have some in the freezer out there. They're the chocolate log, yes. That was awesome. It was a great treat. Very simple, but that's cool. Ripple log. Okay, 1/3 cup sugar. And I think Lady Wayfair is right. If it gives us trouble here, it's because our wireless needs a kick to the head. Boot to the head. Whoosh. I hope you're having a good Sunday or Monday in the case for Luna and Garnett, but I think, well, how do I explain it? I was most looking forward to the community day. I love the bicycle ride. In retrospect, while I was there, it's like, oh my God, I can't make this. But on the way back, it's like, the rest of the weekend's mine. Ours.
Good save.
And because, you know, growing up, I like my brothers. Kind of, I do. But it was travel, and I travel all week. And it was after that I could just relax. Actually, if you've ever been to Kennett Square, Pennsylvania.
I couldn't find the mouse in the midst of all the food.
Did it sync? Oh, good. It hooked up.
It seemed to, but I need the right scene now. Or do you have it just off?
No, go up one more. Click it there. And then we transition. Click the transition button.
And you've done that again. Is this transition?
No, go up.
Oh. All right. It's been a while since it was configured that way. And hello, Sid Hunter. Sid.
Sid, that's right.
You go by Sid. Welcome in.
Study abroad. You're going to study abroad. That's great, Yolanda. I wish I did. I wish I took the opportunity to do that. Brain, did you just stop working on me again? We talked about this.
You're thinking, but nothing's happening.
Trying to think, but nothing happens. I gotta get that sound.
It's clouding up. It wasn't supposed to rain till much later, but now I'm skeptical of the forecast.
I say they're up to something. Okay. Now, Yolanda, you're here. Is this the size of pie crust that you use? Because I wasn't sure if I had to go bigger for your recipe. Much bigger. Okay. I'm going for this.
My forecast is that we'll be moving the candles inside soonish. I think the weather people are off.
Inconceivable.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, they've moved the forecasted rain up 2 hours, but I think it's going to be here even sooner than that. Yeah. We'll see.
Okay. Oh, and we're actually, if you haven't been here last year, up until, when did we stop doing the fireplace?
Stop doing what?
When did we stop doing the fireplace? Springtime?
Yeah, when it got too hot outside to start a fire in the fireplace. We are having our chimney cleaned tomorrow, so as soon as we get a crisp Sunday afternoon and some more firewood, we need more firewood, but the chimney will be clean this week.
Yes.
So we're getting there.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get to the firewood in. I like having that. Candles are nice, don't get me wrong. I loved it when we could do the grill, when we're doing smoking. Falling on here. It's okay.
You believe, well, nice one.
Thanks.
We've had dry spells this summer too, but we had Hurricane Ian come through the East Coast. So that was a week of rain because it moved slow. Yeah, rain's been not too much, but fairly regular. We would send you some. We could send you some if we knew how to do that.
There's a Grateful Dead song about a box of rain, but I don't think that'll work.
Bleed Blue says, new donation goal. Camera is fine. Replace the flatware thrown about. Oh, that's sad, Master of Splits. Thousands of salmon are dying there. I saw a news article this morning about the Alaskan snow crab dying out because the water's so warm.
Oh no.
That's sad.
Okay. Some of the music's going for here. Lady Wayfarer is sounding Indian inspired.
Mm-hmm.
This is our autumn mix. Lady Wayfarer's autumn mix, I should say.
Bleed Blue's been smoking ribs for either 33 or 3 hours now.
33?
I think it's 3. And the smoker is swinging plus negative 50 from setting.
Wow. What kind of smoker do you have, Bleed Blue? Ours is a big green egg. All right.
Pellet.
Oh, with the pellets, Traeger or a different one? Because those are usually pretty reliable.
Maybe you stick with your big green egg.
You promise. Someone has to steal my grill then.
Mm-hmm.
Moved to Rectech? Okay. Yeah, that doesn't sound helpful. Plus or minus 50 on a smoker is kind of extreme.
Yeah, I can't think of what would do that.
Dirty temperature gauge?
Unless it's windy.
Maybe. Echo, set a 10-minute timer. Echo. Are you going to listen to me now? Apparently not. Echo, set a 10-minute timer.
10 minutes. Starting now.
One bowl down. Okay, the other part of the strawberry pie, and it is real easy, guys. I talked about this earlier. It's not a, what are those called? Not paradise pies. Cool Whip and Jell-O mixed together.
Dream pie.
Dream pies. We are going to put, we have whipped cream that we'll put whipped cream on the end. But these are just Jell-O extended with some extra sugar, cornstarch, which we're going to be using either potato or tapioca starch, and then you let it set up for 4 hours.
You got a couple questions there about
yeah.
equipment.
Small range there. You know those salmon fillets that are about 2 feet long? For one, oh wow. No, my mortar and pestle is not cast iron. It is stone. And I absolutely love this thing. It is the most effective mortar and pestle. We had another that Lady Wayfarer has taken that was smooth stone.
Yeah, that's my fave.
I like that because it's porous enough that you can crush the grains very fine. And plus I can get a workout. And I can put a lot in it. And the big green egg. They are pricey. They are arguably equivalent to Komodo Joe's. Honest opinion here. Komodo Joe is the original. Big green egg is they're both ceramic. Big green egg is a knockoff and a little bit more pricey for the pieces. But having said that, I don't regret the purchase at all. We got ours on sale, which never happens. And
Store was closing.
yeah, the store was closing. A place around here called Offenbachers, which are someone else bought the name, but we got it like 25% off, I think. We had to assemble it ourselves though, which was fun.
They helped us get it in the back of the truck, but then when we got home, we had to get it out by ourselves and put it all together. I'm not sure we could do that at this point.
No, the next one, I'm gonna let them set it up. But I don't know, if we have to move this one, that depends. Either way, I love them. I think the Traeger I would enjoy more for baking outside, although it will do a fantastic job on ribs and meats as well. The pellet ones, you have to use their pellets. If you use somebody else's, they don't warranty it, they burn hotter, yada, yada, yada. So, I go back and forth. I would love a pellet grill because, well, I use my propane grill out there, which is behind the pumpkin up here. There it is. And I've had that for about 10 years, 11 years?
About 10 years, yeah.
It's starting to rust out. It's been out there a while. But if someone would take it, I'd get a Traeger. Kidding. Yeah, but yeah, both Komodo Joe and Big Green Egg are, once you learn how to control the temperature, which took me a while, they are incredible. I've done a 14-hour smoke on them, single load of charcoal, and I'm able to keep it within about 10 degrees. And it's slow, but I have Bluetooth sensors. You know me, I've got toys. So yeah, I would recommend it. All right, so that's in baking. I'm going to start on our strawberries.
What are you going to do to the strawberries?
Slice them.
Oh.
Close that. Yeah, this Epidemic Sound has royalty-free music as long as you are paying when you record. You can use it. You have to register your streams, of course. And I have I have a YouTube channel which doesn't have much on it right now. But I'm going to be taking a lot of these streams and at least taking the recipes out. Putting them up there. All right. This is for our strawberries. This is if something goes wrong, I get to beat on it. That bowl stays there because I think I'm going to need it again. And the cooktop. Yoladre, I know your recipe calls for a 4-hour rest. I'm going to try to accelerate the cool down by putting it in the freezer for the first hour or so. I don't know what that's going to do to the Jell-O, but we shall see. Uh-oh, I'm going to be judged here. How I destem, it depends. If I'm going to leave them whole, I use a melon baller. I wash them first.
Okay, Ginger Tea, enjoy your walk.
What's that?
Ginger Tea's going on a walk.
Oh.
With the puppy.
Puppy.
Puppy needs to go out.
So, melon baller around the top. Compost bin. You cut the top half. Not going to judge because if I had to do a lot and I wasn't really worried about it, yeah. The reason is, let me cut one of these in half. You guys probably know this. That white part, it's not bitter, but it's crunchy and doesn't have much flavor. So when you do this, basically taking out that part of it. So, and it means my melon baller is not a unitasker. Yay! But I think on this stream I have done it where I just cut the tops off. So.
I smell the pie crust.
Oh, you should. Ooh. Oh, man. I'm in trouble.
It doesn't quite like butter and sugar baking in the oven, is there?
And I was looking through, I was obviously traveling up in PA, and I was thinking about, now we're coming up on Thanksgiving and Christmas. I better start thinking about which cookies I'm going to make. Yeah, I better find a good activity for the winter indoors. And I'm actually curious if you guys have any favorites. And we are months away from Christmas prep. Echo stop. But in the coming month, I think mid-month, we're going to make Alton Brown's fruitcake. Why so early? Because it matures over time, and I want to give it a good long bath in some, you spray it down with brandy every couple of days, and you just let it age, and it is so much better if you do that than just eating it fresh. You're a barehanded plucker, channeling Alton. Yeah. I really like cherry pudding. Oh, wow. I would love cherry pudding. I love cherries, so I don't think I've had cherry pudding. Is that like just, not gelatinized? We have canned cherries in the States here. Is that what's used for that, or do you use real cherries? Not sure. Huh? Well, if that happens to get on a certain Discord channel, we will make it. You like cherries, right?
I love cherries.
And one, actually, I think I talked about this in a prior stream. There's a Euro market in Newtown Square, Pennsylvania. And I went there with my niece. She took me for a tour of the Euro market because she spent some time over in Ukraine. And walked me through some of the wonderful foods there. And I have a whole load downstairs. So, we're having buckwheat, although we'll see how that works out. But I love buckwheat. I think that's the first time I made it. It's very thick. Okay. Well, pudding in the States has different meaning than over in Britain, for one. Or UK, I should say, because I think everyone over there thinks a pudding is boiled. Something that's boiled, a bread product could be a pudding. And sadly, we are almost out of Barra Brise. Sadly, because, well, not sad, because I might have to make more. And that was actually Egg Fried Cheese made that request a long time ago. I made it and loved it. See if we can get a recipe. That would be great. Thank you. And if you got family favorites, recipes you'd like us to try, investigate, I could go through my grandmother's stash of 300 or my mother's stash of literally thousands. Why did I put it there? It's had plastic, but it's had food on it, so you don't mix that. All right. Strawberries have been cleaned. Sliced, I presume, Yolandra, is that they are just sliced flat. Reading rainbow. Well, as I've complained about here before, my grandmother's recipes, I'd probably be grumbling under my breath. Like, Gram, why didn't you tell me what to do with those things? Or you left an ingredient out. There have been a couple of her recipes that I've tried. They didn't turn out. Then I go to a website that has a recipe that does work. And I was missing an ingredient or two. Because she knew what she was doing and she just remembered the particulars. My mom even complained about that with my grandmother. She's hiding her recipes on me. I washed a bowl. Those recipes. A handful of Yep. And it worked for them. And just some of those recipes that my grandmother has. This one today, for instance, was just the ingredients were there and the instructions were there, but it was all written out in one set of instructions. It wasn't like an ingredient list, which I didn't mind. I was appreciative of that. Now, these strawberries aren't fresh, meaning they are shipped, they're gassed and shipped from, where were these from? California, I think. Yep, Watsonville, California. How's the new appliance? Like it or... Oh, it is... I haven't had much time with it, to be honest. What are your thoughts on our new dishwasher, Lady Wayfair?
It is quiet. It seems a little more lightweight than the Bosch was. But the dishes are coming out really clean. And slowly but surely I'm getting used to a different way of packing it. So far I'd give it an 8 out of 10.
Ooh, I'd be happy with that.
Yeah. It might go up. I will say that the controls being on the top of the door, I keep hitting the controls and it beeps at me. But in order to start, I wouldn't be able to start it by accident because you have to hold for 3 seconds to start it. But it seems like it could be a little less sensitive to the touch when I'm opening it, because the handle is tucked in, so there's really nowhere to grab the handle and not touch the controls, and then it beeps and you wonder if you've done something wrong. But
yeah, and Bleed Blue, the other factor of this is our prior one was a Bosch.
Food, please.
The brand,
Sid, thank you.
it's a GE profile, so.
Yeah, so it came from a Bosch, and Bosch makes really good dishwashers. This one, in my opinion, feels a lot lighter weight, but it works. So.
And it hasn't leaked at all, so
God.
that's a good thing.
Still have to do the work downstairs. Not going to touch it out. I'll cut my fingers off. I almost gave you dinner, didn't I?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, we did not go top of the line since we may be moving.
Yeah.
But we could have gone a lot cheaper.
And it does match our oven, our stove,
Yes.
and our microwave.
Yes. Microwave is GE profile also.
Yeah.
We could have spent about half as much if we'd gone really cheap. So, but we could have, if we bought another Bosch, it would have been twice as much. So we're kind of in the middle. Oh, that was a hydrate.
Oh, that was a hydrate. Oh, there's one. Okay. This sounds...
Thank you. Thank you for those.
Everyone gets something to drink. We're all in this together.
I need to make another cup of tea. It's a stainless interior.
Well, we've stained it anyway. So.
No.
Ah, there it is. Hydration for everybody. No, this is the dispenser in the fridge. I don't think we're going to be using the oven anymore. The chicken is a stovetop dish. You're having chai. Oh, cool. Where's the liquor? Oh, wait a minute. Caught the full dance. For both of you. Thank you. I am so paranoid about dancing. I cannot do it in public, and yet I do it on stream. What am I thinking? Lady Wayfair and I took actual ballroom dancing classes.
Before the wedding, yes.
Before the wedding,
and
yeah.
we still got married.
Survived that. We went through the basics fine. First day in the advanced course, the instructor just kind of, go ahead, twirl, twinkle. And I'm like, we're leaving. Oh, clip that. Oh, man. Actually, we have a good collection of clips. Egg fried cheese, who's, I think his phone died, or has gone to sleep. He's from Wales, visiting his sister, so how dare he have other activities. Glad you guys could join today, though. Okay.
I'm following the hydrate instructions and making more tea.
Okay.
But it's decaf.
Decaf tea, yes. I was going to say that. Caffeinated tea is actually I don't know. It's better than poke in the eye. Okay, eyes off the booze, guys. Yolanda, there they are. Now, I know gelatin I'm going to do the gelatin next. That gets poured on. These go on afterwards. Do you try to float them on the top, or will they sink? Allegedly no pretty girl. Yeah. That's interesting. But hey, we just let them sink though again.
I think I'll go ginger.
Garlic? Not garlic, you mean?
No. She's walking the dog.
Oh, she's walking the dog. Yeah, okay. Want with the recipe? Okay.
I like these, but it's a treat because there's a good bit of sugar in it. Fortunately, there's no cornstarch. So, yay.
They sneak that in all over the place, folks.
They do. They do.
And even different versions of the same, different times you buy it, they change the recipe.
Sometimes I can find these in our regular store, but sometimes I have to go to H Mart for them.
I was thinking it really depends how this turns out. This will make a great lime recipe too. Although I wouldn't put limes on it. I'm still working through the fruit that you would add to the top.
I have a similar recipe that's called grasshopper pie that's with lime jello
With lime?
and Oreos for the crust. The chocolate and then, yeah.
Hello, puppies. No, it's not time yet.
It's not a key lime pie, but it's kind of similar.
Does sulfur dioxide bother you at all? Actually, I'm allergic to sulfur-based drugs, but I don't think that's the same thing.
It's not the same thing. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think sulfur dioxide increases the histamine a little bit of things, and that can be an issue, but I'm not sensitive to it the way I am sensitive to corn and onion.
2 cups cold water.
You're using my pan.
Is that okay?
It's okay.
Thought I was in trouble again.
Nope.
Okay. The dogs have their hopes up for some reason.
I'm making tea. Maybe they heard that cantina song.
Preserves. Sulfur. Yes. Yeah. Wine does not bother me. So I know sulfites aren't. Are all your windows casement? No, that is the only casement we've got. Most of the rest are, what do you call those?
Double hung.
Double hung?
Yeah, yeah. Sash, double hung sash windows are the others. I love casement windows, and so when they offered us the option of putting in one here at the kitchen, I went, yes, 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 yes. The little fixer-upper house I had when I met Hippie had all old-style casement windows. And he actually helped me redo the, what do you call the?
Glazing.
The glazing on some of them.
Yep, I remember that. I think that was when we were watching, what's that repair show? Not you.
This Old House?
This Old House, yeah.
With Bob Vila.
Back when Bob Vila ran the show. Yes, we're dating ourselves.
Hi, Indiana.
I think Bob's long since gone.
What are you doing? It's tea.
Cornstarch.
Ginger.
Now, like we talk about, we use potato starch or tapioca starch, I think. I'm trying to remember. I know you have both. Just where are they?
I think it would be up one to all the way to the right. Yes, on the other side of that. Yep. Back up in there, I think. No?
Buckwheat, sorghum, semolina. Ooh, that's semolina
You
too.
want me to find it?
Yeah, would you please?
I can. I think I had it out last, so.
So this was down here. This was up.
Yeah,
I need to go that way.
I know.
Okay.
You had your hand on it.
That's not tapioca starch. Those are tapioca pellets.
Oh. Okay.
Either potato or cornstarch. Or tapioca starch.
Tapioca starch. Okay, that's a little bit harder to find because these are the pearls is what I had out last. I knew where that was.
Actually, we're going to hold off. I think I already did something out of order. Sorry about that. You said I could take liberties, so there.
Don't encourage Hippie.
Case windows in the house I was born in. Not since. This Old House started airing in 1979. 80% of the episodes. I loved it. Way back when it was. I like Norm Abrams. Norm. And he had his own show for a while too. 3 tablespoons cornstarch. 1.
Sorry, I'm rattling in you guys' ears.
2.
Pound the potato starch.
Yeah, potato will work.
I know, but now I'm wondering where the other is because I was looking for it when I used the pearls, and the pearls didn't work out that well. So I'm wondering where it went to.
Now it is in Chef's Choice silver pouch with printing on it. Not a silver. It's like a metallic-looking pouch with print on it.
Oh, more semolina. We have 3 bags of semolina flour. That's what we should have made your challenge for.
Hey, come on. Oh, that's one thing we should talk about.
Oh.
Lasagna? Can we talk about that?
We did, but we already have something planned that night.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Okay.
But we could plan the lasagna further down if you want me to close the door so you can see the calendar.
No, it's okay.
I don't find the tapioca starch. I'm sure it's buried.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere very safe. We have arrowroot. We have xanthan gum. Tapioca pearls.
Oh, Dana's Kitchen. Thank you for the shout out, Ginger Tea. And Dana, welcome in. you hath appeared.
Yay.
Welcome to the pantry.
Hi.
Dana! Highly recommend it, guys. Her and Robbie have a great time. What are you going to be doing tonight? I know you're streaming tonight. It's on the menu. Gonna go ahead and add the magic powder. That stuff.
Split pea soup with ham hocks and the cheesiest grilled cheese and buttermilk berry cobbler.
Ooh,
And two different
desserts.
dessert drinks. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you made all that low cow, right?
Blood red.
You'd think we were doing a Halloween stream.
Yeah. Zero calories. I like that. You know, there's a great tip for reducing the calories in food by half. You eat with one eye closed. Works.
Sure.
Perfect. If you take your health advice from me on Twitch,
You're in trouble.
you're in trouble. Okay. Leave that in there. Very simple ingredients, guys. That's the bulk. That's the ingredients until we do the whipped cream. Sugar, gelatin or Jello, water. I have it written right there and I'm not looking at it. Potato starch is what we used. And the graham cracker crust. So, all good. Gonna get something to drink? But by all means, get me something too, please. Graham cracker. Oh, split pea soup. Yeah, that's a guilty pleasure. Although Lady Wayfair and I differ on the final consistency of split pea soup.
Yeah.
I want to know, do you do smooth or do you keep the split peas whole?
I love split pea soup, but I love it my way. Otherwise, it's just kind of porridge.
Peas porridge cold, peas porridge hot.
Okay, we've got 2 votes for whole.
She keeps them whole. Okay.
Neener, neener.
Whole is the only way. Peas porridge in a pot. Yep. 5 days old. I like it smooth. Lady Wayfair likes it whole. And I do not intend, when I make it, to break them up. But the last couple ones, the slow cook, usually end up dissolving. Pumpkin pie does not require whipped cream. One of my favorite ways to have pumpkin pie is with eggnog ice cream from Turkey Hill Ice Cream Company.
I saw eggnog in the store last week.
Ray Ray. Yes, it
And
does.
I just turned away.
Yeah.
Hey there, Ray Ray.
Pumpkin pie does not require... You're not a pumpkin pie fan. Okay. Oh my. This is congealing fast here, Yoladre. I'm going to go with Echo. Set a 10-minute timer. Echo, dear. Would you please set a
This
10-minute...
might answer your question. Deer or true deer are both ruminant mammals born in the
So you didn't talk fast enough.
Echo, stop. Echo, I really wish you were more southern. Can I just say that?
That's usually my line.
Echo, set a 10-minute timer. Oh my gosh.
That's usually not a good sign.
This starch is congealing fast.
Vroom, vroom. Red alert. Pie thickening.
And I was worried I wouldn't have enough to do. This is supposed to be a real quick pie. Hour and 20 minutes later, it has to sit in the fridge for 4 hours, so.
Maybe.
Well, I'm going to put it in the freezer for an hour.
If it's thickening quick.
Yeah, this is when the Jello does its thing on top of this.
Yeah.
It's going to be solid.
Your pea rhyme reminded me of, I eat my peas with honey. I've done it all my life. It makes my peas taste funny, but it keeps them on my knife. From a little golden book. Dating myself cheer 300.
Thank you very much, Bleed Blue, for that. 300. And peas with honey.
Why do I feel like I need to go look out the front door?
Would you go ahead, please? Tastes funny.
All right, I'm leaving my mic.
That is cool. Yeah, that sounds rescue-y. I like our local police, but I don't like them pointing guns at me. Just, I'm weird that way. Do you need me? Look at this. It congeals that quickly? Oh my God, okay. This is not what I expected at all. And for those of you joining us recently, Yoladre actually put this recipe on our recipe requests and gave it a whirl. And so far, I'm impressed. Because I thought it was just going to be like Jello pie. Like a Jello with fruit in it and a pie shell. But no, this is different. And I got to keep stirring it because I can feel it, you know, getting stuck on the bottom. Speaking of soup, had she crab soup? East Coast. I've had different crab soups. I don't think I've had she crab. But I love me my seafood. Anything fun going on?
Nothing on.
Okay.
There's nothing out front except two squirrels going crazy. And there's no police out front, and they didn't come down the cul-de-sac. They're close. I think they're probably on the next intersection road. Now, it stopped. I think they were chasing someone, and they got them to pull over. So that's what it sounded like.
Thank you for
Not
checking.
that we're nervous or anything.
No, not at all.
Let me see this miracle that it's almost like a jelly.
Yeah.
I would turn it down a little because it's going to pop at you and it's hot sugar. Not that I've ever, popped by hot sugar. I learned my lesson well with the tomato soup in the blender. My mother was here because one of the babies had just been born, and so she was here helping me. And I wanted to make hippie tomato soup because I was at home and he was at work, and he was like, he loves tomato soup, let me make it from scratch. Cook the tomatoes, put the hot tomatoes in the blender. Didn't open the center or the top of the blender.
Sploosh.
So, yeah, I ran it and all the hot tomatoes got blended. And then I opened the top and tomato everywhere. Just all over me, burned me, all over the kitchen. Fortunately, my mom was here, so she helped me clean up. And she's like, what were you thinking? I said, clearly I wasn't. But lesson learned. Never done that again.
Yeah, actually, one time when I did hot blend, you went to the other side of the room. You can do it. You just have to, as I understand the physics, if it's already started to be blended, it doesn't release a lot of heat when you agitate it. But if you take like a whole hot tomato and put it in, it will explode. The steam will just be released that quickly.
Yeah, it was that the steam needed to be released a lot more slowly than what I did.
Do either of you have a candied orange peel? Yes, I have. Actually, we have candied peel in the fridge.
We were talking about that today.
Pops Cockles, I will get you a link. It's on our Brookside server. So we've made it on the stream last year. Of course, I mean, we've only just recently met. This is candied peel. That's
I think it's orange and lemon mixed together.
orange, lemon, and grapefruit.
That's right.
And this is over almost a year old, at least.
Yeah, we did it at the holidays.
And it's fantastic still. All of it.
We just kept it in the fridge. But it tastes fresh.
So when we do our fruitcake, brown fruitcake, we'll be using that.
Might have to
Stop apologizing. You're fun.
do some other holiday baking and make some fresh. That would be a fun activity. So where is the strawberry fruit going to go? Does it all get mixed in?
No, this gets poured in, and then we lay the strawberries on top.
Oh, okay. All right.
And
Fancy.
Yoladre says it sinks, but
Yeah.
I'm looking at this now like, I don't think so. Yeah, really, I don't like any activity in here whatsoever, just myself. I'm kidding. I love the community that is continuing to form. I really do enjoy it. I enjoy interacting with you guys as much as I enjoy cooking. So, and that says a lot.
Yeah, Audrey just said, no, it's not too late. It's good that you said it now. Put the strawberries in first, then pour the glob over.
That makes more sense to me. Okay.
That will work. We haven't done any of it yet, so that works.
Yeah, but I would had laid them out already.
Oh,
I'll get it. I'll get it.
I was looking at the ones in the bowl behind you.
Oh, that's...
We put those in the pie, right?
Yep. I was tempted to make a pattern, but I'll do that on top. It makes so much more sense.
It's always the fun of learning a new recipe.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it could be worse. You could have left out steps like his grandmother did. She had quite a sense of humor.
Wow. That's a lot of strawberry. Oh, that almost came up at me. Talk about having things explode when the heat. It was a lot hotter on the bottom. I started up, and the stuff that went down there.
They've got you scared now.
Yep, it's all your fault.
Mm-hmm.
Echo, stop. Let's do that.
So you were off for the week. Have you had a chance, Hippie, to think about 500 follower stream?
I think we're far away from that, aren't we?
We're at 4:30.
Well, I did have a blast with the other one.
Mm-hmm.
In hindsight,
Really? You had fun?
I had fun.
Good. Good, good, good. I would agree. The gelatin looks, by itself, it looks very rich.
It does. So your laundry good?
Has a lot of depth of color.
See it again. The color, that's okay. And I'm looking at it already. It's been exposed to the strawberry, so it cooled. I bet you I can cut this. Looks shiny indeed. And guess what? We're going to have a mini pie. No strawberries for it, but... Our store had 2 for 1.
Ginger tea says looks very shiny.
So I'm going to toss this, place this in our freezer here. Very briefly. You know, I do that, and you know the ice maker is going to drop ice right in the middle of it.
Thanks, Dana. I'm sure it's 0 calories, too.
Echo, set a 30-minute freezer timer.
Freezer timer, 30 minutes, starting now.
Mini pie with the extra crust. I think Hippie had extra crust left over, so he made a little tiny pie.
And it's not all the way up to size, but since I have the extra, I'm not going to waste it.
all the 0-calorie desserts. A hippie and I have gotten off of our routine of morning walks, and we need to get back on that routine.
Particularly if we're going to keep doing desserts.
Yep. Well, we said we would kind of cut back on desserts, but we wanted to do the viewer request.
Oh, yeah.
And then we may not do a dessert every time because we need to make a little room in our waistlines for Christmas treats.
Yep. And I'll put that out there again. If you guys have some requests for our Christmas preparations, Thanksgiving preparations, we'll probably be doing another. I'll be doing a smoked turkey this time.
Yay.
Yeah.
There was much for rejoicing.
And we did, last year we did on stream, we did a fried turkey. Never ever wasted so much money on peanut oil.
I know some people swear by it, but compared to the brined turkey, it's not as good to me. Brined smoked turkey is the bomb.
You know the pan's hot?
No, really?
Echo, what's my notification?
One new notification from Amazon Shopping. Don't forget, you have 5 hours to find out
I just got one yesterday.
Not enough crust for that one, but we'll get the flavor. One more.
It's cute. Cute blue pie. The turkey meat really absorbs the smoke in a really nice way. And I think no, that wasn't last year. At some point we did it, we were smoking something and we threw in a chicken breast, and that worked really well too.
Mm-hmm. It was Canadian bacon.
Okay.
We made Canadian chicken. And chicken did real well. We put in a turkey breast the next batch. Tastes like turkey. Can be good, but wasn't what we were looking for. All right. Dessert's done. Yay!
Yay!
You should add a little ribbon to it. They do, and I like that. Put a little pattern in there too. Oh, thank you for the recipe. I really do enjoy challenges like that, and it's fun. Let's see.
Oh, it did. Yeah. Candle. That's okay. We're going to switch to the indoor. Well, that may not fix it, but it's not the candles, it's the camera. Rain's coming, so we may have to shut that down anyway.
Yeah. And that's part of the chill vibe, and I apologize it's acting up, but
And it's back.
we will soundly beat our router.
I blame the police.
You blame the police. I don't think they did anything to our router.
No, they didn't.
Okay. We're going to get our chicken going. And this is staying here. Recipe calls for 2 disjointed fryers. I had to think about that for a few minutes. Do I have to just... Disjointed means like haphazard. But in this case,
Confused.
cut it at every joint. We're not going to be doing 2. We'll be doing 1 today. This has had turkey in it, or chicken, so I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. That needs another pan. I've done this before, and I've made a glorious mess with it. I'd like to skip that part this time if I could. You stay over there. Oop. Now, I've got a ridge to catch all the juices. Do you have a cutting board with a drip tray? Welcome to my cutting board with a drip tray. We do have one that is for, that has our name and anniversary type of thing. Giblets. I hate wasting food. We do stocks, chicken stock with them. We get to the point where we have too much chicken stock though. I know, and I'm committing to this, and already wincing, and Lady Wayfair is looking at me like I'm crazy. We're making haggis.
I knew something was coming the way you said it, so I was like, oh, pay attention.
Haggis, sheep's pieces. Now, in the States here, it is very hard to get all the parts from a traditional haggis. We do have some halal farms in the area, and I will try to get the pieces for that. Sheep stomach, it's the intestine. It's not the intestines, it's the heart, liver, and other parts from the sheep. Ground up, mixed with barley and spices. And I've had it. I love it. I love haggis. Just know. Have you tried it? National dish of Scotland.
I actually like haggis.
Yep.
Tastes like meaty oatmeal. And I don't care for blood pudding at all. So
Yep.
there we are. But I like haggis. Gotta try it.
Oh, Miguel de Boca. Thank you very much for that follow. I do appreciate it.
Welcome in. Welcome in.
Hope you don't mind puppy fur because it's all over the place here. Although Lady Wayfair has done a marvelous job.
Aw,
Food consumption time.
food consumption time. All right.
Miguel's playing around with the buttons.
Okay.
They're there to be played with. That's cool.
Yep.
Build more farms.
Build more farms. Someone told me what game that's from. I love that. It sounds like Warcraft 1.
Oh, it could be. I was going to say Settlers.
Warcraft, there it is. Warcraft 3. Just taking it apart. Garngay could probably show me many things about what I'm doing wrong, but there's the knuckle. Drum, thigh. StarCraft 1 is the best RTS. Age of Empires a close second. Let's see if I disagree. StarCraft 1, I liked StarCraft period. They redid 1 with the new graphics. Kind of lost the charm, but it's still good. I was a StarCraft guy. Command & Conquer I really loved. All right, blood on the knife, so just checking. We're good. But admittedly, Command and Conquer went south far quicker than Warcraft, StarCraft. Not familiar with StarCraft. Grew up playing racing games. Burnout. Oh, okay. Yeah, RTS you had to be into. Is it RTS? One-time simulators? Real-time simulators?
Real-time strategy.
Yes, real-time strategy. Thank you. When you hit it right at the joint, it's much easier. See, so you don't have a specific health.
I'm with you, Bleed Blue. I like the.
Oh, green wasn't your thing. I got
I
you.
like the detail. Well, I know some people would find it tedious, but I like the level of detail in Warcraft and StarCraft and Settlers.
Settlers was also
Kind
very
of a
good.
Same genre.
Settler was much less combat.
Yes.
It was much more building up.
Yes.
I'd play Settlers again.
I'd play StarCraft again.
I think
like the I forget what they were called. The race that could go under the ground.
Zerg.
Zerg, yes.
Yeah, I hated the Zerg. Because they
Miserable
were...
to fight them, but fun to play them.
Yes. I was tearing up the night. Rainer's my man.
I would plant the Zerg and then lure in the enemy and then pop up the Zerg from behind their front line. Hit them from two sides at once.
And we did, actually my whole family played for a while. My older brothers joined us. I think not the middle one.
Mm-hmm.
I know his name, but I'm not going to give his name out.
Yeah.
But my older brother joined us. And we would have our kids in there.
And some of your friends too.
Yeah.
Friends from work.
Yeah. A couple gaming buddies I had from long ago. You played Aldica. Would that be Aldica?
I have not heard of that.
Age of Mythology was a good one. Settlers 3. Yeah, Settlers actually started off an awful lot like Lemmings.
Yeah.
Which was another fantastic game. And the tragedy behind Lemmings, if you're not familiar with it, the game company that owned it went out of business. So they don't know who owns the franchise.
Oh no.
So they can't do it anymore.
I don't remember that story. That's awful.
Yeah. For later.
Oh, nuts. Neighbor's dog's back.
What's that?
I think I hear the neighbor's dog. I was hoping that would not be a thing tonight.
Stegs played a bunch. Curious. It's a VR game like Beat Saber, except you use guns to shoot targets to the music. Actually, Egg might be interested in that too, although he's not a Beat Saber fan. He's a... What's the other one? If he's on, he's going to give me grief about it. Synth Rider. Synth Rider is what he prefers. I played both. I like Synth Rider a little better. Probably because I do